What is up, you guys? This week we are going to talk about AJ Lee winning her first title and who her next opponent could be. Because let's be honest, the list is quite long. So let's jump right into it. Alright, you guys, as we saw at Elimination Chamber, AJ Lee beat Becky Lynch and now holds the Intercontinental Championship. And honestly, I'm so excited to see AJ with a title again. I feel like AJ was one of those wrestlers who was ahead of her time. Not to shade any of the girls that were in the Divas era, but I feel like AJ really wrestled like the women of today wrestle, and the WWE didn't really give the women of that time those opportunities. Their matches were like 10 minutes and then you were done. And so I feel like AJ could have done so much more, and she did a lot of great things, so that's saying a lot. But AJ could have done so much more if the wrestling was like it is today, where the women are getting these opportunities, where they're getting their own PLEs, where they're getting main events. So I'm super excited to see AJ with this title and to see where it goes. I definitely think it's going to be a longer title run for her, and I am just pumped to see who she could go against. But there's a long list of people. Let's be honest. There's quite a list of people. She could go toe to toe with Natty. We've already seen them kind of have rumblings when Natty attacked Maxine and AJ came out to help. She could go toe to toe with Becky again. She could go against all four of them: Natty, Maxine, Becky, and AJ. Like maybe it's a fatal four-way because they all have been connected. Or maybe it's somebody totally different. So we know that next week on Raw, we are getting a number one contenders match to see who AJ's next opponent will be. And in that match is Lyra, Bayley, Io, Raquel, Asuka, and Ivy Nile. Talk about a lot of heavy hitters. And honestly, I could argue any of these people for AJ's title. But my question is, and I don't think that they said, is this person going to be AJ's opponent for WrestleMania or just AJ's next opponent? Because I feel like this person is going to be AJ's next opponent. I don't feel like this is going to be the WrestleMania opponent, and I'll tell you why. I think that they're going to have AJ be a fighting champion. I think that they're going to have AJ have at least a couple matches before the actual WrestleMania match. And with that being said, I feel like those matches are going to help further this storyline and this title. Now, each of these women would be fantastic. We know Lyra and Bayley are kind of in the tag division. They're together, they work together a lot. But we haven't seen a whole lot of movement out of the tag division on Raw lately. Io and Rhea just lost their tag titles, and Rhea is facing Jade for the women's championship. So Io is looking to find her place without Rhea. Raquel has lost title opportunities from both titles, so she's really just grasping at straws at this point, trying to find that title and kind of listening to Liv Morgan, which may not be the best idea. And then, of course, Asuka's with Kyrie, but Kyrie, bless her soul, needs some anxiety medicine and a stiff drink working with Asuka. So Asuka's going to be in this title picture to try to prove that she can do this thing, and Ivy Nile as well. So I will say this match is going to be great to see who wins this number one contender. I would pick Io to see Io and AJ go together. I do feel like Raquel does deserve this opportunity as well, and I think Bayley and AJ would be a great WrestleMania match because they are such great friends outside of the ring. They have such great chemistry outside of the ring that I know that will only just play more into the inside of the ring. So I wouldn't mind seeing that one as well. But I think that Io is going to be this first opponent. And I think that she is going to be the first opponent for AJ. It's going to be a great match. Io's not going to win. I don't think AJ loses that title for a little while. I just think that this is going to build AJ's resume of how good she is and show the people that kind of don't know AJ how good she is. Um, like I said, I don't think this is her opponent for WrestleMania, but I feel like this is going to set something up for WrestleMania. And if I had to choose any of these women to be AJ's opponent for WrestleMania, I'm choosing Bayley. I think that number one, Bayley got her WrestleMania spot taken from her last year by Becky. So to come full circle and have this opportunity against someone who she respects, who she's really good friends with, would be great for Bayley and would just kind of be a nod of appreciation for her. But number two, I think that would be a great match. And I think that they could really play this out because AJ is the fan favorite. She's going to be the fan favorite. Nobody's going to turn on her, especially with her just coming back. Bayley, we've seen bits and pieces of Bayley having voices in her head, going crazy, and I think that we could really play into that and bring that back because it's kind of just been forgotten about. I feel like we could bring that back and have her get upset at AJ for something that AJ done in this match, and then just really kind of go on a rampage from there. If she loses, she's gonna be like, I'm out of WrestleMania again, and she's really gonna go through some things. So I feel like that Bayley is the long term best opponent for AJ for WrestleMania, but I feel like this number one contenders match is definitely going to go to Io. And shout out to Io because I love Io. I just feel like that. I just feel like that's where they're going to go because that's going to be a strong first match for AJ because Io is a star. I might be wrong, but I think there's a Saturday night main event in between. So maybe they get on that card. But I don't think that Io is going to be the WrestleMania opponent. Honestly, if I'm booking Io for WrestleMania, I really want her to go to SmackDown and face Julia. Julia has not had strong opponents in her title reign, and Io would be a great one. Plus their styles kind of match and mimic each other, so I would definitely shift Io to that roster. Let her go over there with Rhea and let her fight for Julia's title. And let's be honest, that title needs a huge build, and what better way to do that than putting Io Sky on it? So, I am picking Io to win this number one contenders match, but I am not picking Io to be AJ Lee's WrestleMania opponent. I am picking Bayley. But let me know, who would you like to see AJ Lee face at WrestleMania? Is it any of these women or is it somebody totally different? And who do you think's gonna win this number one contenders match on Raw? As always, subscribe, like, follow me on all socials, and I'll see you guys next time.